Welcome back from the dusk below. Now, this here, we made this a goal to interview this man because, man, we coined a lot of nicknames for this man over the years. Because trying to get this guy vinyl, man, he's gonna break my wallet over here pretty soon.
Oh, man.
We call him Trendsetter Diamond, or when we're trying to get his vinyls, we call him Diamond Dollars, man. But this man right here, he really showed the embraces of reinventing yourself and really never giving up, man. Because when you listen to this man's albums, man, like Nobody Bleeds Like Flair or Gucci Ghost, or my personal favorite right here, just to show everybody, Oroku Saki with the bars over BS right here. Telling y'all need to get this shit right here. I got the one and only right here, joined by his little bro. Man, I got the one and only Micky Diamond. And in the back, Mac Nice.
Now my little brother Mac Nice, man. What the fuck, man? What's up? How you doing?
Man, how you doing, Micky?
Oh man, I can't complain, bro. Every day above ground is a good one, the way I feel.
I just got off the phone with Vega because I was just talking to him, waiting for you, and he wanted to let you know that he says congratulations on death threats, my G.
So Vega's my bro. I love that little nigga, bro. That's my dog, bro. Like he's so look. Vega remind me when I think of Vega, I just think of like a sword, like just a nah, bro. Like that nigga, he's just a katana blade, bro. Like a Tory Hot type shit, bro.
So, Micky, when I like to find an artist, I like to go to the very back and find where they very started from. A lot of interviews they jump right in like, yo, Micky, tell me about the umbrella curve. But I was more curious about why you went by Micky Blu, and you can take me back to those days when you decided to change your name from Micky Blu to Micky Diamond.
So I was Micky Blu since I was 16 years old. You feel me? And then I don't know, bro. I started looking myself up on the internet and shit, and it would be like 5 and 6 Micky Blues. Because I got the name. I got the name a long time ago when I was in high school. My man's in them. Everybody had like Gambino names. Like everybody had like a little mafia name in my high school. You know what I'm saying? It was like a little thing or whatever. And so I couldn't figure out one. And so I saw the movie Micky Blueeyes with not what's his name, Hugh Grant. And you feel me? When he was married, he was the regular dude married to the mob wife, and he had, you feel me, or whatever. And I kind of felt like that's what I was because I was a good dude from a quiet city in South Carolina. Then I moved to Detroit where I was fucking around with, you know what I'm saying, all kind of badass kids and X, Y, and Z. And so I picked Micky Blueeyes. And so my original name was Micky Blueeyes for a minute. My dad still called me that shit when he called my phone. You know what I'm saying? Then I dropped the eyes because I got tired. Motherfuckers kept saying, but your eyes ain't blue. Like, niggas ain't seen. You know what I'm saying? So then I dropped that, and it was just Micky Blu. You know what I'm saying? But nobody ever called me Mickey. Everybody always just called me Blue or called me Mick. You know what I'm saying? It was never Micky Blu. And so after a while of me being Micky Blu, because I used to have the code. Then it was the other guy that came out. His name was Blue.
Okay.
Then you had Mickey Facts came out. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't want to even, you know what I mean? Well, so then I'm gonna say I changed it around 2000 and maybe like 18.
Oh wow! Oh, so this was recent. Okay.
Yeah, I changed it around like 2018, 17, some shit like that. And then I just kind of went off the line, like I call my nigga son because he shine like one. That shit popped in my head. I call my nigga Diamond because he shine like one. And I'm just like, okay, you feel me? Boom, nigga, I'm finna change my name to Micky Diamond. And then it kind of also came off the spin from the nigga who owned the Diamond skateboard t-shirt company. His name is Nicky Diamond with an N.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And so I just kind of like took the two, you feel me? But it really did none of that shit catch for real until I had to make my Instagram handle when I tried to make my name Micky Diamond. And it was trying to make me make my name Micky _ Diamond 2659. You know what I'm saying? Too many Micky Diamonds. And so I was just like, fuck it. Diamond _ Dallas. And I made one Instagram handle and I never changed that shit. And then that's just been my name ever since. That's why more call me Diamond Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
I noticed sometimes when they do like a review on you, just to be like, featured Pro Dillinger and Diamond Dallas. I was like, yo, the name is Micky Diamond. Jesus Christ.
Diamond. But that's the dope shit because some people know me from here, some people know me from there. but you know, it all depends on who introduced you to, you know what I'm saying, and so forth and so on. But most people know me from Instagram, and on Instagram it's Diamond Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Even though when you go under my handle, when you look at my actual name on my profile, it say Micky Diamond, but people just go off of tags and X and seeing the diamond emoji when I comment on some shit. You know what I mean? So that I go by Diamond Dallas too, because that's one of my favorite wrestlers. So you know what I'm saying? That's what.
Okay. I was gonna say I thought Ric Flair was one of your favorite wrestlers because you got a lot of projects named after my guy Flair.
The funny shit is Ric Flair didn't become one of my favorite wrestlers until an adult. My favorite wrestler of all time is Bret the Hitman Hart.
Calgary, where I am. I see. This is where the connection comes in.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Like, you feel me? I fuck with Bret. I fuck with Bret Hart, Triple H, Rock. You know what I mean? You gotta think, bro. I grew up in the early era with Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior and Flair and so forth. But by the time but when I really got into wrestling, Flair and Macho Man, they was already in WCW. You know what I'm saying? But I remember watching wrestling young with my dad, but when I really got into wrestling on my own, where I'm buying the rings and getting the toys and running around with the replica belts and all of that shit, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the superstars of yesteryear was in WCW. You know what I mean? And so I came up under as far as WWF, it was like the British Bulldog, Vader, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Doink the Clown. You know what I mean? Rock was still Rocky Maivia, Nation of Domination, Farouk. You know what I mean? Like that era, like around the time, like WCW World Tour and WrestleMania you know what I mean? WrestleMania the arcade game and Royal Rumble with Ramon and shit like that. You know what I mean? I came up in that era. And so that's the that I hold near and dear.
And also what I noticed too, like you're not a person to hold back, like, what you come from within, like, like in video games and, like the nerd stuff, but I was curious because when you said this in an interview, I was like, man, I wonder if he found this song in GTA. So I love this song too. Your Love by the Outfield. Now, when you said that you love this song, listen to it almost every day, Micky Diamond, did you find that song in GTA Vice City?
Absolutely not, bro. I'm a producer. A lot of people don't know I'm a producer, bro.
Oh, we're getting to that.
And so, in like 2000 and I'm gonna say like 10, me and my second baby mom was going through a breakup, bro. And I love rock music. If motherfuckers know anything about me, when I'm cleaning my crib or whatever the fuck the case may be, getting ready to get dressed, go out, I'm playing rock music. I'm not really listening to rap and all of that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it a bill with you. I'm listening to old rock music. You know what I mean? Like shit like Weezer, Say It Ain't So, and you know what I mean, and shit like, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm listening to. And so I ran across a sample and I just fucking loved the words. But around the time I was going through a break with my baby mama, and once I found that song, I would send it to her. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of one of the only ways that she'd respond to me. I send that song to her and you know what I mean? Like, listen to this. Just listen to the words. Like, I can't say shit that's going out of my mouth that's going to make you listen to me, but listen to this. If I can say it in this format, this is how I feel. You know what I mean? I just love the fucking guitar strums and the message in that song. Yeah, in that song, bro. The Outfield is just fire, period, any fucking way. You know what I mean? But people love about the Outfield. And the other song that I equivalent to that to a certain degree, as far as like when I sampled it, was Fleetwood Mac, You Can Go Your Own Way.
Oh, okay. Wow, you really know your rock. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro. I love rock and roll music, bro, from all different eras, bro. Like one of my favorite songs of all time is Elton John, Kiki D, Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
Oh shit. Okay. Wow. So you're very musically inclined. So did that come from like your parents, like listening? Because obviously your parents came up during that time.
Absolutely. My entire musical catalog belongs to my mother, my father, and my Aunt Shelly. Gotta give them the, you know what I mean? They play, so they like so many different kinds of shit that it would, like the only reason I even know who Carlos Santana is to this day was from way back in the day when my daddy was listening to Carlos Santana when he was on his come up before Maria was like a big hit. And I was too young to understand it and shit. Like Carlos Santana, he's a Latin star.
Oh yeah, we know who Carlos Santana is. Come on, man, we know Santana.
Yeah. But so that's who my musical background starts from, is from my parents and my Aunt Shelly, for sure.
I never would have suspected, hearing from, your actual rhymes that you would be a big fan of rock music now. You see, this is why I like when an artist does an interview, because we would have never suspected that from you.
I mean, it's still a lot of people that probably don't even know that and won't know that until this interview, but it's the truth. Anybody who know me know for real. Like I used to, like, if I play any of my like old earlier beats, I a lot of rock samples. You got to think that's why I did the Gucci Godzilla joint on Gucci Goes 2. You know what I'm saying? That was a rock sample. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love guitars. I love the ability for a motherfucker to be able to get on there. If you ever try to play a guitar, you know that shit is no easy feat. Like, you know what I mean? You get on a motherfucker, get on there and make that shit dance and all with his fingers. And man, that shit's amazing, bro. It's a talent that got to be respected, like writing music, like a nigga who can rap good.
Yeah, well, not only that, like your marketing too, man, is undeniable. So I like how you brought up being a producer now too. I remember you told the story a million times on almost every interview you did, that you stole a copy of your man's Fruity Loops. It was like the bootleg of Fruity Loops in 2008. But your introduction wasn't until your this underground lane, until you produced for an artist named Duffel Bag Hottie. Was that the first like introduction that you got into this underground?
Absolutely. I sent Duffel Bag Hottie was on live. He said send beats in. He was telling everybody send 2 beats in. And I sent in 2 beats. One was named Super Hot, and the other was named I can't remember the other name, the name of the other one. But both of them, he ended up picking both of them, and I didn't know till my man Size Greeny, shout my nigga Size Greeny, called my phone and was like, bro, go on Duffel Bag Live. He live right now. He playing your beat type shit or whatever. And I went on there and he was on live, like, I'm finna record this right now. Bullshit. He like Benny. He like El Camino. El Camino was already standing by the mic. He like El Camino over here right now. Benny on his way. And so Benny came over, and they turned off the live. Obviously, they didn't record the song on the live, but it ended up being on Duffel Bag Hottie's Max 3. You know what I mean? And then the second one, the Super Hot beat, ended up being Duffel Bag Hottie and Flea Lord on Max 3. So I got 2 production credits on Max 3. And that's how I got my start.
And so did you go by Impossible, or did you go by like Micky Diamonds or Diamond Diamonds?
Impossible. It was impossible. Anybody who ever got an impossible beat know that shit got the impossible. And it's funny because the same person who did the tag that say Diamond in my records is the same person who said impossible, and that's Mallori Knox.
See, and and this is what another thing I like about you and your wife. So, like, shout out to Mallori Knox, Mallori Knox, man, you fine producer, girl, man. So, Mallori Knox and Micky Diamond right here. So, with you guys now too, Micky and Mallori Knox. You guys ever heard the Natural Born Killers movie? Now,
yeah.
So was her name kind of inspired from you picking Micky?
Yeah, absolutely. Because when I met her, she didn't produce or make beats or nothing. But what I will say is this: we got together. We ended up moving in. I moved in with her probably like 6 months in, and I had my computer and shit like that or whatever. And I'd be making beats, and she'd be sitting on the couch, and she'd be like, "You should sample this. You ever heard this song? You ever heard that song?" I'd be like, "Hell no." No funny shit. She would sit on her phone and do the one thing that I hate doing the most, and that's searching for samples. Because my music knowledge is so vast and wide on rap and other genres alike, I can hear a sample and instantly tell who sampled that shit. I've heard this sample before. I know, you get what I mean? She doesn't listen to none of that shit. So she finding me samples and parts. She not playing she'll just play this part. And then I'll listen to the rest of the song and be like, oh, such and such sampled this, but they only sampled the beginning part of this. This is a whole different part if you don't listen to the song long enough or whatever.
Yeah.
And after a while, I just told her, like, you should start
producing.
Yeah, because you got the fucking ear. Like, you got the ear. Like a motherfucker. Like, wait till people hear the fucking beat she produced on this new project that I'm finna do.
Oh, God, Jesus.
Copenhagen, man. This shit's so retarded, bro.
So when when you guys were making Bangkok Dangerous, it was kind of spurred a moment, and you were making edits like the very last minute now too. But I was curious, like the name Bangkok Dangerous, like did that just like was like a name that you named a beat, or like is there a deeper meaning behind Bangkok Dangerous?
So it actually was the name that I named the beat. And the reason the album ended up becoming called Bangkok Dangerous is because there's a movie called Bangkok Dangerous. Not the Nicolas Cage one, the original one, like a Korean film.
Oh.
Excuse me. And so so I already had the album done. It was 5 songs. It was supposed to be just a 5. Because remember, this was like 2020. This is what everybody was doing. Kanye and them had did the 5-song EP, so everybody was just doing 5 songs. So Snotty was just like, bro, we're gonna pick your best 5 songs that you got at the time, whatever. And then I'm very big on intros. I don't know if you pay attention to my intro has to be dope. It gotta set off the album. And so I made a beat myself because the rest of the album was produced by everybody else. That Snotty, Hobgoblin, Digitally, other people. And I'm like, well, I produced too. This is how I came in, got started. So I'm like, well, fuck it, I made a beat. I'm going through beats. I'm going through samples and shit. And I ended up running across it. La, 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 la.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't know you would sample that.
Yeah. At that time, nobody had sampled that. And so you know how I know when I run across samples that nobody sampled? Because they end up on who sampled. Like you can type in.
Yeah, who sampled it. It was showing like the date and the exact time it came out. Yeah.
And so that I named that beat Bangkok Dangerous because it sounded like I was watching Raid. Remember the Raid, the movie The Raid, Raid 1 and 2?
I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen those.
Oh man, watch The Raid, bro. It's called The Raid. The Raid 1, and then it's The Raid 2.
I'm gonna write that down.
One of the illest martial arts Korean films you have. Fuck, bro. But I was watching that shit while I was making a beat, and I named it Bangkok Dangerous, even though Bangkok Dangerous was a whole different movie. And that name was so dope that I just said, fuck it. That's the name of the album. And kind of went off that. And when I got the feedback that I got from the first project, I just kind of was like, shit, I'm going to do a series. You know what I mean?
Make the trilogy. Well, Bangkok Trilogy is kind of the forefront, but I know what you mean by like the trilogy like that, because like I honestly thought it was inspired by the Nicolas Cage movie now, because we can't hear you, Simon.
Inspired by the original that the Nicolas Cage movie was the Americanized version of.
Oh, I need to go watch the original to this because I seen the one of Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, no, the original one is fire, bro. Korean films, bro. You gotta read subtitles, but they be fucking.
Yeah, see, that's a kind of a turnoff, man. Because it's like I don't want to like watch the movie and I'll be looking at the subtitles. I'll be missing out on the action.
But it's just that's what happened when other people put you up on shit, bro. You ever seen this? I didn't just stumble across. My man put me. You ever seen this, bro? Like, no, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a movie called I Saw the Devil. It's a Korean film. Watch that shit.
Man, okay, I'm gonna write that one down. Hang on. What's it called again?
I Saw the Devil.
I Saw the Devil. Okay. I come back a different person. I'm like, yo, what the hell did you make me want? No, I'm just kidding. But
different. They different, bro. They good ass movies. You know what I mean? Like, even if you don't watch the subtitle, when you just watch the movie, you can understand what's going on. Like,
okay. Man,
yeah.
I'm gonna check Tubi for that, man. Hopefully Tubi has the shout out to my guys at Tubi. Right. Tubi, cut the check.
Tubi, y'all might have it and we don't. We get different shit because we here and y'all there.
Oh yeah, Canadian, man. Yeah, I forgot about that. So I was curious now too, because man, I grew up in a time where LimeWire was a thing now too, and like after a while, like we got Apple Music, Tidal, but we still have these bootleg sites. And I remember somebody sent me, they're like, yo, check this guy Micky Diamonds out, Bangkok Dangerous. And it was on a fucking bootleg site. I was like, man, I'm already on this guy on Apple Music. But like, when you see your music on bootleg sites, what's that feeling like that? Like, no one, like, it's that pop? Because you got to be popping for that.
Yeah, no. And so it started off as like, it used to upset me, but I always understood the magnitude of what's going on. You get what I mean? Yeah. And the beauty about my music is this. This is the one thing that a lot of people just can't grasp about why my music is doing what it does. It's because even in me making money from my music, if you are a fan of my music, depending on what level, my music makes you money too.
Yeah, yeah, because they try. Yeah, because I'm telling you, man, your vinyls. It's different in Canadian, but with vinyl, I'd be trying to find like a copy of Oroku Saki or Bangkok Dangerous 350 or like 450, and it's like, yo, this is insane.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's come to. You know what I mean? And it's a difference when you got the thing I love the most about my supporters is that they know that they're buying good music. It's not just some dope artwork in this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're a part of something that's gonna be bigger eventually, and they get to say that they got it first with all the shit that's gonna matter as I continue to grow and you know what I mean? Like everybody, 250 copies were pressed total of Bangkok Dangerous 1 and 2, the original covers. So 125, 100, there's 125 copies in the world of
just the original
of Bangkok Dangerous 1 and Bangkok Dangerous 2. Each 125, 125.
And see, what I mean? You can see the growth now too, because as you grow, the demand for the copies was going higher and higher. Because as we see, like with 3, Adrenaline, and Porter Goods, it's like, damn. So it's a grind though. But you went crazy in 2020. That's how I found you in 20. I'm like, yo, I was pissed off at myself because I never heard of you earlier. I was like, damn, man, I should have been on this guy from the start. But when you hear a Micky Diamond's project, you're gonna get good quality now too. And like even like these legends be reaching out to you. Like I heard like fucking Ghostface Killer got a hold of you.
Yeah, it was some light shit, but he spoke or whatever the case may be. And most recently, Method Man reached out to me, you know what I mean?
Micky Diamonds. If y'all ain't up on Micky, man, Micky get busy, man. Love Micky. Oh my God.
The thing about that is so I saw that at like 2:00 in the morning, bro, just sitting with me and Mal on the couch, bro. Like we was watching TV, smoking, rolling up, just on the couch. Somebody sent me that. I didn't see that. I didn't know that existed. If they wouldn't have sent me that, I would have never known. So I had no direct contact with Method Man before that. I didn't even know he knew who I was. He went on Kevin Hart podcast and said that, and that shit was like, I was so hyped, bro. I turned, you, what the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? But more recently, he hit me direct and left me a video message and said, let's work. And that shit means so much to me. You know what I mean? And that's courtesy of RJ Payne. RJ Payne reached out to me I want to say maybe like a couple of months ago. Me and him talked and everything like that. And I had already Method Man had already shouted me out. He was like, oh, word, Meth my mans. I'm going to connect the dots. And so, there we are.
See, and like that's what I like to hear about artists not being jealous of you, because not only you're a threat with the pen now too, but they want to see you succeed. They're like, I want to see you work with Meth. So, when you're coming up like that now too, obviously you had your idols and stuff like that too. But who was your favorite Wu-Tang member?
Ghostface Killer and Raekwon. They both equally my favorite. But if I had to pick one, Ray don't kill me, bro. I'm gonna go with Ghost.
Yeah, don't kill him, guys. Come on, yeah, that's hard.
Going with Ghost, though, hands down. Only because I relate to him more but they both vivid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they both super vivid. They both that's why I don't put one above the other. But Ghost is just supreme clientele, bulletproof wallets. That's why I did the bulletproof bathrobes, was to show, you know what I mean, to pay a homage type of, so to speak. You know what I mean? I just took it a step further. You know what I mean? That's why I even had the big gun for to represent the Bobby Digital ad. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, because I was like, that was like a Wu-Tang type of like homage toward you. Because I always wondered, I was like, okay, bulletproof wallets, and then he has like Bobby Digital thing too with the comic book. Because I think RZA did the comic book as well.
I didn't know RZA ever did a comic book. When I came up with the comic book, it was simply because I grew up. I used to buy comics. I used to have the collector's cards. You know what I mean? When everybody had the Marvel cards and DC cards.
Oh, the tops, yes, sir.
King Pogs and all of that. You know what I mean? Like I grew up big on all that shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so I always wanted to do a comic book. Spawn is one of my favorite comic books of all time.
Man.
You know what I mean? So when I saw the opportunity to do so and to take an album and make it something bigger than what it could have just been if I would have just let it be the music, You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, what 3 things I always wanted to do because I always fucked with when I was a kid: comic books, toys, trading cards. You know what I mean?
Okay. We're getting to those trading cards in a bit because I heard you did this interview and I was like, this guy would have been like my best friend in the 90s, man, if we came up together. So, yo, Micky Diamonds, yo, I heard that you had 5 different holographic regular Charizard cards back in the day.
Bro, I did, bro. Between me and my cousin, I did. I told the story a million times, bro. We did some slippery shit to get some money. And it was very bad, and I'm ultra regretful, but we did some bullshit to get some money. And the first thing we did was go to KB Toys, bro, and we bought so many packs of Pokemon cards that we had. Anything that was I'm talking about from the original first 150 run.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? This is from the first original 150 run. Whatever was a major Pokemon that you was thinking of, we had fucking three or four Charizard, 3 or 4 Blastoise, 3 or 4 War Turtles, 3 or 4 2 and 3 Raichus, fucking Gyarados, fucking Mewtwo's. Look, we got a Mew holographic apiece. Like, you know what I mean? We got Mewtwo's and then we got Mew. Like, you know, I know my shit. Like, bro, like we got trainer cards. We was on that shit, bro. I had a whole booklet, bro. And the booklet that I had, the collector's case to keep them in, was yellow with Pikachu with the Pikachu blemish marks on the side. This is like 1990, like 2000 latest. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I stole that shit out of Northland Mall. Yeah. Out of Target. It was a Target connected to Northland Mall. And I stole that shit out of there, bro. And a baby blue North Carolina starter jacket that was reversible. And the outside one had a rip in the pocket.
Oh, you put it right in there and they wouldn't even know. Yeah, I know. Well, I got a friend now too. I did my slippery shit for some Pokemon cards too back in the day. But that's, you know, when you're a kid, man, you know, that was it back then now too.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Game Boys and Game Gears.
Oh, man.
Come on, bro. Saturday morning cartoon.
So this is what
going to the movies, going skating, arcade machines. You know what I mean? Like, the fun shit, bro. Like, times ain't what it was when we was growing up.
And like what I like about you now too, like we both have the same video game system. For everyone looking right here, this ain't a game right here. This is just, you know, Micky Diamond's album. But you can see how much he loves his video games because the Super Nintendo right here, man. The Super Nintendo, man, that was probably one of the greatest fucking systems ever. And I like how you pay homage to that.
Bro, and you know why I pay homage to it so much is because I didn't have one. So this is how they used to do. Look right here. Look, this my little brother shit.
Oh shit! Okay, you got the mini one.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, when I was growing up, I had a Sega, and so my mom's sister had two sons. It was my cousins. We grew up together. Like, my cousin Corey and my cousin Damien. Me and Damien is like 9 months apart. My cousin Corey like 4 years older than us. So when Christmas would come, if it was the systems would come in, you know, they all used to compete back in the day. Yeah. So whenever systems, if one got the one, the other got the other, and the other got the other, we basically had them all because we always was together.
Yeah.
But because your system is your system, you pretty much dictate what games you gonna get for it because it's your shit, you know what I mean? And then we would go and rent movies from Blockbuster and you know what I'm saying? Shit like that or whatever. But yeah, bro. So I had a Sega. And my cousin Corey had a Super Nintendo. Me and my cousin Damien both had a Sega. And my cousin Corey had a Super Nintendo. But he didn't play the games that we like to play. He was more into like shit like R-Type 3 and you know, yeah, you know, like different shit. Like he was the only nigga I know in my life that actually had a 32X and a Sega Saturn.
Oh shit, yeah, no one had a Sega Saturn back then.
Bro. This nigga had a Sega Saturn, bro. We used to play Virtual Cop 2 on that motherfucker.
I was going to say, Virtual Fighter.
Yeah, bro, Virtual Fighter 2. He had Virtual Fighter 1, 2. He had Virtual Cop 2 with the actual live line. All kind of shit, bro. Like, well, yeah. So I just kind of grew up in that era, but I pay homage to the only reason I did the Super Nintendo because I originally would have did Sega because Sega is really my shit. But the CD doesn't. You know, it's the CD is more of in the shape of how the box of. Yeah, you need the length on it to make it, you know what I mean? So I just went with that.
Because the Super
But
Nintendo one is kind of is like a CD. You just like cut it a bit though.
exactly. So if I could, I would have did Sega, but that's why I did Super Nintendo.
Oh man, but see, this is what I like because you can gain fans that that will probably find you from they'll look online, they're like, oh, this guy has a Shredder album named Oroku Saki, and then like it'll bring you to that. So like, do you have like a lot of like, I don't want to call it, I'm sorry y'all if I offend y'all out there, but I'm a nerd too. But you got a lot of nerd fans?
You know what? So yeah, I would say yeah, bro. I got a lot of nerd fans. I got a lot of regular street niggas. You know what, bro? Because I cater to both sides.
You do. That's your dude.
I'm universal. You know what I mean? Because that's my walk of life. Like him right here, bro. My brother, back nice, bro. He's the same exact nigga that you're talking about with me, bro. Why do you think it's a Super Nintendo with his shit? You feel what I'm saying? He got a katana blade right there.
Oh shit!
It's a different. We fuck with what we fuck with. Niggas is abstract, bro. We never been boxed in, and that's why we family. That's why that's my little brother. You get what I'm saying? We share the same. We different, but when you do we the same. We share the same likenesses and things of that nature. You can't get along with people that you don't got the same views and values.
That's true. Yeah, because it's all meshed together. Like even like what I like about your like career now too, you're very like with the umbrella. You guys always show each other like the most utmost support within a group because sometimes when we see a collective, they won't really support the other members as much as they do, but you guys support everybody equally. But I didn't really ask you this in interview now too, but could you take us back to when like how Toy and Bishop got you down with Umbrella?
Yeah, I did the Duffel Bag hottie joint. I did 2 joints on the Duffel Bag hottie shit, and Bishop had hit me. But before I even did that, I had produced a joint for Size Greeny. The first joint I really ever put out like on the internet was a joint called Forest Green with Size Greeny, and I did the beat for that. And he had just dropped the album that was produced by, or getting ready. Either he had already dropped it or was about to drop the album that was produced by NV, who produced for Fast Life and Manhattan at one point in time or whatever. And so we dropped that first, and I did the Max 3 shit, and Bishop hit me and just was like, he brought me on as a producer at first. And I was, it was like a Kanye situation almost. Like what niggas wasn't being assholes and nothing, but the rappers there was already there. Like the first day I joined, Pro was recording the song This Heart on
okay.
2-5. Yeah. And he put it in the group chat. So to share, like let because that's what we do. We talk, look what I'm working on, woo, X, Y, and Z. And that was my first day, and I was hyped. Like I'm gonna get some beats to this nigga. And I could never get no beats to that nigga. And it was like that for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was fucking with, and then, I was kind of like conflicted between being a rapper and a producer because I do them both equally as good. Like, I'm a very good producer. I'm just as good as a producer as I'm a rapper. And have a lot of shit that niggas done sampled, I sampled so long ago, and I'm not trying to sound cocky. You can get this nigga. You can go listen to certain shit and just you would know. I ain't got to say what samples. And if I play them, I still got them, and I can Snapchat them or take a screenshot or whatever to show the dates when I made them. But a lot of them I did them better, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. A lot of beats. I'm not gonna lie, bro. A lot of shit that niggas done sampled, bro. I sampled it before you even, you know what I mean.
Even heard it.
Because we grew up. I'm not saying all niggas. I'm just being funny, but you know. But a lot of these niggas who done sample certain shit that's considered, I did it before you and I did it better. I just didn't have the confidence to put my shit out to the world like that. But not even the confidence to put my shit out to the world. I was so productive. Like the way I drop songs, drop albums, I used to make beats like that. I used to make fucking 6-7 beats a day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about hours, countless hours. I got bad eyes from sitting at the computer so much. You know what I'm saying? Even still to this day, because I record myself and do all my own little, you know what I mean, edits and shit like that or whatever. Whether somebody else mix it or I mix it myself, because I mix a lot of my own shit.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mixed everything up until No Liquor Before 12.
Oh man. So I like how you brought that up now too. because that is probably my most favorite album by you because you show a lot of yourself within that album. Like yes, you do have like albums where you touch, but I think that No Liquor Before 12 is like your most introspective album now too. Because not only we get to know you as a person now too, but like you're not afraid to say is like, hey, I struggled with this before. And I think that's what brings a lot of people towards your music is when they hear that album because they can relate to something like that. It's like, damn, this guy's just like me.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, bro. And I just felt like at the point in time what I was going through in my life, everything got a happy medium. So you could be doing great and still have bad shit going on within your life. And it's, only a fool could ignore it when it really, if it really means something to you. And so, that album was kind of just me being vulnerable at that point. Like, I don't want to try to rap about this, that, and the third when that's not how I'm feeling right now. Just for the sake of making music, I want to be able to capture what is going on in my daily activities. Like how I said at the end of at the end of my verse on No Loitering with me and Pro, back and forth to the liquor store, how my nights go. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lie. You know what I'm saying? And I have my struggles with it. I'm still to this day right now struggling with it. I'm you feel me? I've already been drinking right now at this current moment. It is what it is. But I think for that time when I did it, it was so much going on and I'm hearing about it and I never really paid attention to it as much. And then it all just came out picture perfect. You know what I mean? And it wasn't just for me. It was just for the people around me. I know a lot of addicts, whether, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't say addicts in the sense of how a person might think like, oh,
yeah, I know what you mean. Like they struggle with it. It's like for the escape reality. I know.
Struggling with it. See, here's the thing with the struggle with it, and the reason why I love the fact that I made that album. Everybody struggles with something. You don't have to be addicted to a substance to struggle with something. Some people just struggle with mental health and don't drink at all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The point of that was, I know people who are. I'm cool with a lot of highly functional addicts. Myself being one. You get what I mean? I don't have to drink, but if it's up to me, yeah, I'm gonna have to drink, whether it's this big or this big. It doesn't matter to me. It depends on how the night goes. But you get what I'm saying? I'm not the only one like that. And I know a lot of my peers and so forth within the industry and just in real life. And to family members, to my bloodline, to when I pay attention to shit that you never see. When I grew up having a beer and you know what I mean? That shit was cool. And in the early night, nobody was, you know what I mean? You had to be like really fucked up, like a drunk, like an alcoholic, like a, you know what I'm saying? Then they're a bum, like with.
Yeah, on the corner, like begging for it. Yeah.
Yeah, like, but when you realize that the average person is a alcoholic to some sort, even that's why bars are open during the weekday at 11 and 12 in the morning. You know what I mean? They're not living and sustaining and opening and holding the company open because nobody's coming there. And those people and people who can afford to go to a bar probably got money because bar drinks is expensive as fuck.
Yeah, yo, for real though.
So you talking about a world full of highly functional addicts, no matter whether you on pills, liquor, whatever you know what I mean? And that's what No Liquor Before 12 was just, me saying, damn, it's too early to drink. At least have some type of decency and respect for yourself in the sense of regardless of what you got going on. You relying on this shit a little too hard, my nigga. Dial it back. And that's where it came from.
And I think now, like when you look back at that album now, too, it would always remind you of what you're capable of now, too, because obviously you're going to quit drinking at some point in your life, but everyone's just not ready at that because sometimes you can't just do it all cold turkey. It takes steps.
It does. And the thing, like within this past year, what I've learned, because I stopped drinking for about 6.5, 7 months.
Wow.
And I recently started back drinking, I'm going to say maybe late March, early April, right before I went to Boston to go do the Harvard thing. And down there, I had been drinking the night before, then I was drinking on the plane. And I just kind of, that was like some party shit because I was going out of town. But when we got to Harvard and after we did the Harvard shit, And this is all off no sleep, pretty much. You know what I mean? And we did the Harvard shit, and afterwards, everybody was drinking. We were drinking beers, and then we went to the studio, and there's more beers and weed. And you know what I mean, bro? Just like it took me like maybe like 2 days when I got home for my body to recoup. Like I got home and I was still up from the adrenaline when I got home that Sunday. Like that Monday Tuesday, it was like I'm tired. Like God damn, you feel what I'm saying? And you know, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have a shot today. Boom, and start off as well. You know what I mean? And it's a back build up. And I've probably been back drinking again for like 3 months now. But lately I'm about to stop again because I can see, you know, I get how I get.
You know when to control it because like a lot of people they don't know how to control their addiction now too. So
I'll never let it control me to a point where
it takes over you.
Yeah, exactly. It's really just a habit at this point. It's not necessarily something that sticks me or helps me. It's just, you know, I drink.
It's like having a cigarette.
Exactly. Unfortunately, because I hate these motherfuckers too.
Yeah, you and me both, man. Like, God, I hate that shit. But with you, actually now too, you're an artist. Now, a lot of people call themselves an artist, but what I like to consider somebody an artist is if you can pull off a concept album. You did that like more than twice. I think you did that like at least like 3 or 5 times. But a lot of people always ask you because this is how they probably found you now too. But me being Canadian, I had to ask this. So you went to Big Ghost in a DM like a year before Gucci Ghost came out, and you were like, I would love to work with you one day. And it went unseen for a year. So when he finally hits you back, like like let's get this in. But like, was Gucci Ghost came from the inspiration from the Canadian snowboarder whose alter ego was Gucci Ghost?
No, Gucci Ghost actually came from That's Fire. See, I didn't know that.
Ah,
See, I didn't know that. Gucci Ghost came from the concept of so well before now he's well known, but when Trevor Andrew was on the low end, when he was just coming up and shit, skateboarding and doing graffiti, when he was spray painting his around New York City, these like he would do like Gucci Ghosts, you know what I mean, his little spray paint shit or whatever, and he ended up. This is something people don't know about me too. I like skateboarders. I like skateboarding a lot. I used to skateboard a little bit. I wasn't nothing too crazy, but I've always been addicted with like I love skateboarding. I love skateboarding culture. I can watch.
You got a song called Tony Hawk, people. Come on, look it up, y'all.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Fucking what's the other little kid there? I remember when he first came out, I used to be on him, but Terry Kennedy, a bunch of people, you know what I mean? I there's a lot of dope skateboarders throughout the years and so fuck, I lost my train of thought talking about the skateboarding shit.
Yeah, what was the Gucci Ghost?
Oh yeah, the Gucci Ghost. Yeah, so I didn't know it was about him, but long story short, it came from Trevor Andrew. He's skateboard and shit like that, whatever, and do his graffiti shit, the Gucci Ghost shit. He'd do washing machine sitting on the side of the road. He might do, you know what I mean? He just did it kind of on everything. It was dope. And he named his brand Gucci Ghost. But, you know, I found a way to flip it with the Gucci family themselves when you get to Gucci. Yeah, not even the Gucci movie. Just when you just started, you know what I mean? I started looking up Gucci, and I'm looking up Gucci Ghost and X, Y, and Z. And you know, you start running across your different shit or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna dig into the Gucci family because the Gucci family story itself is more interesting, and no slight to Trevor Andrew, who is also an interesting person, but the Gucci story, the Gucci family story itself is way interesting. You know what I mean? So, and each one of the brothers, daughters, you know, I mean, you know, the wife, the main, everybody got their story, so to speak. And I figured I would take that as an opportunity to break that up into albums, and each one, so you know what I mean, that's why you got Paulo's Ghost.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, because like they didn't even references some of their family members.
Yeah, all those interludes. You know what I mean?
Even the beginning, I don't know what they're saying in the beginning, but I think it's like when one of them got shot because they were saying that
Mauricio Gucci, the son, the main one who was running the company with him and his wife and shit. She had him. She didn't shoot him. She had somebody shoot him though.
Yeah, see, yeah. That's what fate. That's what power and money does. Sometimes people get a little bit too jealous.
Oh man.
So,
but whatever.
but yeah, we won't take up much more of your time now, too. But like, being an artist of your caliber now, too, man, like, I can see why a lot of artists, will take offense to you because you actually doing what they want to do. And honestly, I don't care if dude sees this, but I know you want to be my guy, Micky Diamond. So this is why we call him Trendsetter Diamond. So you know who I'm talking about. Stop ripping off my guy right here, right now, because I see you right there, and I swear to God, man, I'm gonna start saying something right now because I don't like when somebody bites off somebody so hard. But yeah, I'm gonna get off this real quick.
I'm missing a piece of my arm, but it's okay. You know what I mean? Fuck, man.
Don't worry, we won't get into that. I just have to let the people know. I will say right now, stop ripping off my guy right here.
Even if you feel me, that's one of them. If it apply, let it. If it don't apply, let it fly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I ain't on that, but you feel me? I can't help other people's opinions and what other people see other people doing. Because I don't watch nobody, bro.
I know that. Because you focus. Because I think that it would kind of affect like the art. Because like you're continuing this role from 2020 to 2023. Like, Micky Diamond's gonna be on the end of the year list again. Like, so I was curious because you pumped out these Gucci Ghosts like literally 1 week, and then out of nowhere you like fucked us all up with this But you know what's also rare about you, Micky Diamonds? You are the first artist to have Big Ghost do that to you.
I know, right? And I planned it like that. Bro. See, when I do things, bro, I plan for them to make some type of mark so that it could mean something, bro. I don't make music for it not to mean nothing. That's why every project and every move I seem to do for some reason feel like something. People continuously support, and I appreciate them to death because they feel what I feel. Some people you can look at and it's like, oh, another project coming. But it don't feel different. It just feel like more music from you.
You're just talking on this record, yeah.
I mean, even if it's a good record, does it feel different from the last record? It's cool if you do that shit a couple albums, but how many times do people want to hear you saying the exact same shit in the exact same way for whatever? And that applies to nobody. It's just something I never wanted to do based on artists that I grew up listening to, and you be like, yo, what happened to such and such? I never want to be a nigga like, what happened to such and such? Remember that nigga used to drop fire shit. What happened to him?
Now
I don't want to be. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? I want to be a nigga who consistently, I want to be like Rock is to the game 10 years from now. You get what I'm saying? Where it's like, I drop an album when I feel like it. I don't link with the best producers and rap with the best rappers. I done been on these stages. I got, you feel me? Woo, woo, woo. Call me out when you need me and I'm there. But other than that, I'm in the cut doing some other shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to be on.
But like, see, that's what I like about you because like you got albums that I can go back to and it takes me back to like the Oroku. Like I know a lot of people may like say Gucci Ghost is their favorite, but my personal favorite is Oroku Saki because that Teenage Mint
out of all my projects, Oroku Saki is your favorite?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. Did you see the picture I posted with Kevin Eastman?
Oh, the co-creator of it. I was like, yo, even this guy knows fucking Micky Diamonds.
Well, so there's a guy who follows me, and pardon me for not remembering your name right now, but you know who you are, and I thank you for it. He went to a convention and he took the album there for him to autograph. So he got the autographed version of
the Saki.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? And he hit me. I can't remember his name right now, but thank you again, bro. And yeah, he sent me that picture, bro. And was like, he was like, you can post it first, and I'm gonna post it. But that's, you know what I mean? Like that's the second time that shit that happened to me, bro. When I posted the picture, I don't know if people remember when I posted a picture of the guy who took Sting versus Flair in '90 Flair to the Flair convention.
Yo, what?
Yeah, Ric Flair signed. He got 2 copies. He got a copy of Flair for the Gold and a copy of Sting versus Flair autographed by Ric Flair.
Oh.
Yeah. His
and that
name's
and that
his
like
name's Steve Brown. Make him an offer. He ain't gonna sell it though. I asked him, he didn't even respond.
I was just gonna say, I was like, I hope to God he don't be selling that for the value, because that value just gonna go like, yo, I want $1,000 for this because it's signed by Ric Flair. I was like, motherfucker, we don't got that.
Fuck no, he ain't selling that shit.
But like, even like with your like copies, like like that's like pulp culture at its finest now too, because like it shows the era that you grew up in now too, and that's what I like about your career now too, because you also can do like an album with like Sadhu Gold called like Death Threats, and like, yo, the stalker shit on that, man, yo, man, like that shit is genius, man. That, like, I was like, yo, how does this guy come up with this shit?
Bro, you know what, bro? It's funny, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know how to say it, bro. The interview where it's gonna sound not. I don't know. I'm out my shit sometimes, bro. Sometimes I just be like, bro, I just be thinking the shit, bro. I'm able. You know what it is? I got a insatiable appetite as far as dedication when it comes to commit to an idea.
Okay.
You get what I mean? So when it's time to like, you know how like motherfucker be like, I should do such and such and such and such, and everybody in the room start laughing. You like, ha ha ha, because it was a joke, but it sounded like some shit the motherfucker could have really did.
Yeah.
I have the means, the mentally
do it
to that idea and see it through, because the more difficult it sounds, the more you're gonna rise to the occasion and wanna
actually
make sure. Because my plan, I gotta, when I make these dates and slots and all of this shit, because of how far ahead you gotta work and stuff, you gotta, I gotta commit to these dates. So I gotta make sure I'm not putting out nothing that's whack. I'm not giving you nothing.
Of course not.
I'm not giving you nothing that's whack. So at the end of the day, I don't have no time for the fuck ups. You know what I mean? And that's what makes me commit to an idea. Once I pick it and I say that's that. I don't want to switch up. I don't got time to switch up. I have to plan my life 6 months in advance.
Damn. Huh? Yeah, because I noticed I notice a lot of people, they'll comment underneath like, yo, Micky Diamonds would like to get you on the interview. But like a lot of people, they'll get discouraged when you leave them on scene. But like a lot of people have to understand, if y'all watching this, don't take it personal, because sometimes you don't know what that person has going on. People have families, people have jobs, people have commitments. Like what you just said, the dates have to go to. So, yo, Micky Diamond, I just wanted to let you know, though, we've been trying to get you on for a long time. I've never took it personal.
No, bro, I apologize, and I appreciate you for letting me on, bro. This was one of more of my favorable interviews. Like, I like how you conduct. I watched a couple of yours, but I like how you conduct yourself, bro.
I say, where you watch that Micky Diamonds actually watch? Oh shit, that means the world, man.
My dog, I appreciate you.
But yo, Micky Diamonds, though, I got 2 more questions for you, and I'll let you go, my G. So, you be big on, Ninja Scroll and like a few animes that I've heard, man. I was gonna say, do you like Dragon Ball GT? Because I heard that you had the Dragon Ball GT Final Bout video game, the bootleg.
Yeah. So yeah, I do like Dragon Ball GT. I didn't make it all the way through the series episode by episode when I was younger, but I watched majority of the shit. And hell yeah, Super 16 was crazy.
Oh man. Yes, sir.
How can you? Super 16 was crazy. That day was crazy.
Super 17.
Super 17, yeah, Super 17. Super 17 was crazy, bro. He was, what? You feel me? Then they got all the Dragon Balls and wished everybody that ever was dead back from hell.
They had Cell.
They had Super Saiyan level 4 on there, bro, with the red fur. Like,
yeah, I really didn't like that form of them, but it was like, holy fuck, we got Super Saiyan 4?
They had the golden baby.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah,
he had some parts in it that was fire. Even Goku being back a kid again was fire.
Yeah. Because we got to see like a different. It was like the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. That's what they was trying to do. Bring it back to that. You feel me? But
yeah.
Because you got to think. Even Trunks was a kid, and Gotenks was on there.
Oh yeah, I forgot it. Yeah. I'm gonna have to rewatch GT, because I remember the Shenron Saga now too. We had like the Black Star Dragon Balls going through his. Yo, man,
yeah.
Before that, Vegeta had to use a fucking machine to go Super Saiyan 4, y'all.
Saiyan 4, yeah, exactly, bro. Like that Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama was so intricate with the details and plot twists and everything as far as Dragon Ball went, especially for its originality and especially for the times, because the fucking Dragon Ball started in '85. So to keep that, make that, you know what I mean? And it's so cult at this point. Even, and they still making brand new movies about it and shit, you know what I mean? And brand new video games and he's too Akira Toriyama was too genius for this shit, bro. It's to the point where I damn near don't know anything else that he really got other than the Dragon Ball.
I bet you don't know Sandland.
Never heard of Sandland.
Yeah, man. It's not for everybody.
What it's an anime?
Yeah, it's an anime. He did it like in between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball GT. I mean Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah, you know how it be when you like some shit, or you know the Dragon Ball. I have to go check it out, but I like it's hard for me to find animes that I really, 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 really like. You know what I mean? Like the last anime that I was really into, and it's been a minute, but the last anime I was really into was Attack on Titan. Wow.
Okay, did you see the finale of it?
I haven't watched the last season yet.
Okay, I'm not gonna say no. Yo, you gotta watch the last season.
Oh yeah. No matter of fact, I think I did. Yeah, when they find out that Aaron turned on everybody. And
that fucked me up right there.
Yeah, that was some bullshit, bro. That was.
I turned that shit off. I'm like, fuck this, yo. I'm done.
Yeah, bro. But you know, they actually finna start a new one of those. It's like they finna start like an additional. Like something they finna pick it back up.
They keep like the essence of like how it was, because like you know when somebody does like the continuation, it doesn't really like hit the same as the original.
Yeah, that's like how they did. Didn't they do a continuation of Deathnote?
Yeah, they did, and yeah, Deathnote one of my favorite. Yo, but when they did the continuation, it just wasn't hitting. Once they killed Olaf, it was done.
Bro, that's one anime. I love Deathnote, bro. The anime, bro, from beginning to end, bro, that was some crazy shit, bro.
That book, yo, he just write it, yo, and L was crazy.
He went from being good, Light went from being good to evil, and you went with him and built when he killed the lady cop who husband committed suicide. Remember, he made her husband commit suicide.
Like, yo, this guy's fucking getting too evil right now for me, yo.
Yeah, bro. Like because you know what it was? It made you feel like his choices was your choices because you was thinking like him. What would you do?
Because it put mind state exactly. Because I remember watching that, I'm like, man, I would have killed this person. He just writes the name. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, bro. Deathnote was fucking crazy, bro. I fuck with Deathnote super heavy, bro.
Man, that's like so me and Vega had our barn, man, brought up Deathnote, and we just went on for hours. And he's like, yo, man, so yo. Yeah, this is even more crazy than Micky Diamond's like Deathnote. Yo, this is a monumental interview right here. Yo, Micky Diamond's right here. This is the last question before I let you go. Can we expect like a Ninja Scroll or like a Dragon Ball Z concept album from you in the future? Have you ever thought about something like that?
So I wouldn't say Ninja Scroll or Dragon Ball Z, but what I will say is you can expect
that us anime or nerds will recognize.
I would say I wouldn't say so much as an anime as much as a straight kung fu flick from beginning to end with one of the best lyricists in the underground scene. And me and him gonna go, you feel me, head up for the whole album, and it's gonna be that concept.
Oh shit, okay, yo, we'll be on the lookout. Yo, that shit is gonna be monumental.
We finna work out the details, bro, because it gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? For my sake. You know what I mean?
Well, you got a lot of dope collabos coming out too, and you're followed by one of my. I really wish that these two rappers will reach out and work with you. I want Micky Diamonds to work with Royce the 5'9" and Lloyd Banks.
Okay, so me and Lloyd Banks, you know, I gotta hit him. I ain't hit him in the cover. I ain't talked to him in a minute, but that I talked to him on the phone, bro. He pulled me on stage and shit. Like I said when I was at his show in New York, he pulled me on. Yeah. We went. He did a show at the at Sony Hall when I went out there. When I went out to New York in May, me Big Trip and Snotty went to the concert, and Zone, shout out to Zone. But we all was there and shit, and I was there, and he told me to come. He told me to come personally. You know what I'm saying? I called him or whatever and let him know I was in town or whatever, and he told me to come personally. got us backstage, all that shit. We chopped it up, you know what I mean? It was a beautiful thing. Graf was there that night. I shook hands with Graf, and I've been a long time fan of Graf, you know what I mean? I met Votto that night too. Votto was there too, you know what I mean? And Dog told me to jump on stage or whatever, you know what I mean? I jumped on stage anyway, but he told me to come up there or whatever. And yeah, bro, it was, and he shouted me out twice during this show, bro. Like, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna make sure y'all check out my man Micky Diamonds, bro. It was a, you know what I mean? For a nigga like me, bro, not to be on no starstruck shit and no shit like that, bro, because it wasn't nothing like that. It was just, you know, it was nice to see a nigga who I used to watch on TV or I used to listen to or I knew was at the, you know, I'm a punchline nigga, bro. Banks, Cassidy had 1 or 2 of the illest punchline rapper underground runs of the time. Fabulous, you know what I'm saying? Ransom, it was some niggas who had them bars, you know what I'm saying? Even down to niggas that niggas might even remember, like Cicero. Niggas, I don't know, you ever remember Cicero?
Black Wall Street.
Yeah, bro. Cicero used to be going crazy.
He used to go by Rockstar. Yeah, Cicero the Rockstar. Yes, sir.
Cicero the Rockstar, bro. See, you know your shit. See, and that's the era I grew up in, bro. It was so many, everybody was trying to have the dopest bar, the dopest line, you know what I'm saying? And that's so, you know, to be pulled up by one of the niggas who was controlling and running that market, you know what I'm saying? Because back in the G Unit era, bro, when the mixtape era was popping, the DJ Clues and the K Slays and all that shit, bro, when a nigga wanted to go get a nigga to put the crazy freestyle on some shit, bro, that nigga went to Cassidy, Fabulous, or Lloyd Banks, bro. Yeah. Then was the nigga, you feel me? Flat the fuck out, you know what I'm saying? I got to talk to that nigga on the phone personally, bro, for like an hour and a half, you know what I'm saying? Just chopping it up. Nigga talking to me, giving me games, just we listen to each other and shit, bro. And it's beautiful, bro. You know what I'm saying? To see that I'm doing enough, that I ain't give up on myself, that I ain't quit, that I believe in myself, and that it is that I'm doing, the time that I'm putting in, the effort, the energy, whatever I'm putting in the universe is coming back in a positive way. You know what I mean? And it's being reciprocated through positive energy from people who,
you actually
know what I mean?
Coming up, like, because like what I also like about y'all connection,
just because I know who you are and I know what you did, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily a look up to thing. It's a more of a respect thing, because as I'm building my way through this shit too, me and my niggas, I'm seeing what y'all had to go through to get to where y'all got. And all I'm trying to be in the end is what y'all are now. Y'all are legends in this shit who don't got to be doing it, but still got the talent, charisma, and ability to do it.
I have to love for it, because he doesn't have to like talk to you and give you game, and that's what I like about that.
Exactly. He ain't had to do none of that shit. He ain't had to acknowledge who I was. He could have fucked with my music and never said nothing. Or nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he gave me his phone number, bro, like a real nigga, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not fucking like a real nigga, like a respectable man who understands. I fuck with, you know what I mean? I fuck with this nigga. You feel me? Let's connect, bro. That's all this shit's about, bro. All that ego shit and all that shit, bro. That shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. At least not me. I don't know what's gonna take the next, man. I can't say that. But me personally, the ego ain't gonna take me nowhere. I don't need it, bro, because I ain't got time. I'm already giving niggas enough reason not to like me or whatever, but just doing good. I don't need to do nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm glad to see you win, because I know, watching those old Tony Hawk and you in the V6 studios, I know what you must have went through. So, you deserve all the success. And you know what I also like about the Lloyd Banks connection between you two? You know how he went by Blue Hefner, where you went by Micky Blu? You tell him that?
No, and I never really even put the connection together until you just said that.
See, that's why we need a blue versus blue song, y'all, bring out in the universe, y'all.
I'm finna put something together with him, bro, because like I said, more than a mutual respect thing, like, I fuck with Banks, Banks fuck with me. I gotta get him on the record and see if I can, you feel me, and see if I can get busy with the boy. That's what you feel me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you feel me? That's what I gotta see, and that's what I know what he feeling like too. Like, he's the OG. Like, nigga, I gotta see if I can get busy with Young Dog. And all it's gonna make for is a great record.
Yes, sir. And so, when I interview Royce 5'9", I'm gonna let him know about Micky Diamond. I'm gonna be like, yo, Nickel, if you don't know this guy in your own hometown, please holler at Micky Diamond, because I swear y'all make beautiful music together. But yo, Micky Diamond, yo, you're welcome on this platform anytime, my guy. And yo, like I said, man, thank you for being as cool as you are. You had my support. You got my support even more now, guy. Anything you want to let the fans know before I let you go?
Oh shit, man. Go support that Death Threats album I just dropped with me and Sadu Gold, man. Shout out to Sadu Gold.
Sure. July 31st, y'all. Make sure y'all ready. We ready for those gold tapes.
Yeah, man. New music on the way as always. You know I ain't gonna go too long without you feel me pressing the gas on this motherfucker. So, you know what I mean? And most importantly, to people who know and to a lot of people who I know personally through the, internet and so forth. I just want to give y'all a personal message to tell y'all thank y'all so much for supporting me in the ways that y'all do because it means more than y'all know. And I try to make time for everybody and I try to get back to everybody as quick as possible. But I'm a human. I deal with anxiety. I deal with depression. I deal with all kind of shit in the midst of making this music. You know what I mean? Like this shit ain't just to wake up and I just rapping. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff that go on that people ain't visible to, that you may not be visible to. But I don't mean no harm to nobody. I love all y'all. I really try to make time, you know what I mean, as fast as I can or whatever. Shit just get lost in the sauce. But don't stop supporting me because I never stop supporting you. I promise you, I ain't no bullshit ass fake nigga. You already know how I give it up. If I ever sent you a response back, you know it was all kind of genuine, unless you know what I mean. So, shout out to the homie Chris McClain for being so patient with me on the vinyl shit. And that's that, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just happy to be here, bro. We got plenty more music to make. Shout out to everybody that's doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Big Umbrella. You know what I'm saying? Pro Snotty, Trip Mac, Josiah the Gift, Mallori Knox, Substance A10, J Royale. You know what I'm saying? Dark Arts, and everybody else that's connected to us. You know what I'm saying? And Godspeed to everybody. That's why I'm gonna leave that.
Man, with that being said, man, yeah, this artist is headed for greatness, man, and I'm glad we got to chop it up for him before he actually hits the masses. Because I always knew when someone's gonna be big, and trust me, this guy's gonna be big. Paul is all that. But yo, I just say that from the desk below, featuring the monumental episode featuring Micky Diamonds. Yo, Micky, we thank you again.